Hello everybody. In this module, we look at how race intersects with economic privilege, wealth, poverty, and class. We're looking at the ways in which poverty and wealth are racialized within the United States. By now, I hope that you're familiar with my gentle warnings about feelings that might come up in the week's materials. This week, you might notice yourself having some feelings about the economic reality of your childhood or your current situation. The thing about poverty and wealth is that they can be really invisible. Now that you're part of the student body at DePaul University, no one necessarily knows that when you were younger, your mom used food stamps or how many jobs you have that you need to keep to stay in school. Some students come from wealthier scenarios, and then they have different kinds of pride and shame about that. All I'm saying is economic class in the U.S. is real, and it really impacts the obstacles or opportunities that we face in life. So let's talk about the materials in this module. I think Robin DiAngelo is such an important scholar on race and whiteness. She has this other piece called White Fragility that's been reprinted and excerpted all over many times. In the piece that we're reading, she examines her own background of extreme poverty and how that intersected with whiteness and racism. She also writes about how gaining a structural analysis of class actually helped her shift some of her feelings of shame about being poor. In the next reading, Lawrence Otis Graham explains how, quote, "I taught my black kids that their elite upbringing would protect them from discrimination. I was wrong." The title of this piece is self-explanatory, and I think you'll also be interested in the rules that Graham and his wife came up with for how to keep their black kids safe. Hop on over to Course Reserves to read Bruce Western's piece from The Nation called Decriminalizing Poverty. Here he writes about how, quote, drugs are intensively criminalized among the poor, but largely unregulated among the rich, and how those policies have real impacts on families. Then you get to listen to a short radio interview from National Public Radio, in which Farai Chideya talks to Rose Brewer, who's the co-author of the book, The Color of Wealth, the story behind the U.S. racial wealth divide. This book examines how government policies have affected wealth building in minority communities. Then you'll watch a video of Bill Moyers interviewing the economist Paul Krugman, who explains how the United States is becoming an oligarchy, the very system our founders revolted against. This week, you've got a reading reflection due, and in your discussion, you'll respond to the Bill Moyers and Paul Krugman video about what the 1% don't want you to know. You'll want to watch the video early enough in the week that you'll have some responses to share with your group members on Friday before midnight. Remember that you can post questions and answers to the question and answer discussion forum, and email me directly about any other concerns. Have a great week.